let me quickly introduce myself. So I'm Satish. I have around 7 years of experience in cloud consulting. So mostly I help my clients in adopting the cloud, and I give the training to their resources to quickly ramp up for the cloud computing. So that's my job. Apart from that, I used to take, I've been taking sessions for the last 4 5 years on cloud computing. So that's about me. But before I would go through the course content walkthrough, I would like to know your technical background, what is your expectation from this course, and like what exactly you are looking for out of this cloud computing session.
I am a master's in computer science. I've done actually my MCA, and I'm working as a programmer in a market research company where I use market research programming tools most of the time. And I mean, it's a combination of few different languages like SQL, and then we have our own database which is similar to Sybase, and we use an IBM SPSS data collection tool which has its own like different programming thing into it. So I mean, I am basically from the programming end, so hopefully I should be able to learn this quickly. But
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't know much about the subject as such.
Okay. Okay, then let me quickly walk you through the course content so you will have a fair understanding of what we are going to cover. And based on your interest, we can even customize the course content, which I always used to do. So normally it starts from virtualization, which is the basics of cloud computing, because without virtualization you cannot even imagine the cloud to be existent. So we will start from here. We will go into a little bit historical background of virtualization. Then we will talk about some of the core concepts of it, like for example hypervisor, and then we will try to have some hands-on of some of the virtualization tools, for example VirtualBox, which now comes from Oracle. Then we have Microsoft Virtual PC, which comes from Microsoft. We have VMware tool as well. But most of these three tools are same, so any two we can cover. So mostly I used to cover Microsoft Virtual PC and VirtualBox, because VMware and VirtualBox are kind of same stuff. Then we used, yeah, any question?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Then we move to formally on cloud, like how it actually started, the foundation of it. And since I already mentioned, like virtualization is the core of cloud computing, we cannot imagine cloud computing without virtualization. So here we will try to relate it, how actually it's related, and how it the cloud computing is totally dependent on virtualization. And as well as we will see some of the challenges with other computing models. Like before cloud computing, something was very popular in market. Even nowadays also it's very popular, but it's a kind of overshadowed with cloud computing. That is distributed computing. Then we have something called cluster computing. So we will try to cover all those stuff, and we will try to relate how cloud is different from them, and why people are moving towards cloud, and why it's a kind of distributed computing or cluster computing is not that much hyped as much the cloud is there in market. Then we have some networking basics concept we will cover, but if you're already familiar with all those stuff, then no need to uh, go in depth of it. We will just have a, so it depends upon your familiarity with Linux system. So have you any experience of working on Linux?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, then we will quickly touch these topics as well. We will go through it. So you will, after this course, you will have a basic understanding of working in Linux as well. Because if you see, if you are going to work on cloud computing and there are multiple providers, so they are providing some Windows-based solutions, some Linux-based solution. But most of the time, like if you have to go in advanced level stuff and all, you have to use command line tools. So sometimes we have to like use SSH protocol to connect to a remote server, Linux server. So because of this, we will try to cover some of the basic stuff working on Linux environment. And then we will move to the hands-on of cloud computing, like for example Amazon EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud, which is just a semaphore for a real physical system. So that you will come to know. I will try to cover a few of the aspects today as well, so you can have a overall idea like what and all we are going to cover in hands-on. Then we will try to we will look into the details, the formal definitions or formal benefits, or we will try to characterize the cloud computing and its different models, like what all service models are there, what all deployment models are there, what kind of business, small enterprises or medium enterprises, for them what kind of model is suited, and what is the trend in industry where the cloud is moving forward. Because if you see, one thing is very unique about cloud is, like if you take any other technology, all the technologies are getting progressed slowly. But if you take about, and there is one direction, in one particular direction the technology will be going on. Like if you take Java, okay, it is going in one particular direction, .NET is going in one particular direction, business intelligence is having their own trend. But if you see cloud computing, it is expanding in all the directions. There is nothing kind of unidirectional expansion in cloud. So that you will come to know how it's related. For the timing, I would say, like whatever current roles are there in industry, a role of a network admin, a role of a software developer, a role of a database administrator, or a simple someone who just manages or work on any application like a accounting application or a finance application. So for each and every one, they have something in cloud. Their role has been shifted. It has a little bit modified. So they have to adapt the cloud among their role. So we will try to cover all the aspects. So the idea is like you should be able to understand, okay, for your role, what kinds of offerings are there in a cloud, and as well as for other kinds of role, different types of person, what all offerings are there. So you can relate. If you feel, okay, you are more interested in different aspects of computing other than your current role, then you can make a career decision. Okay, this is the time I should move on to some different area. Okay, does it make sense?
Yep.
Then we will see this. You might have heard public-private hybrid cloud. So we will try to see what exactly it is and which one is suited for the enterprises. And one thing, like throughout the course, we will try to cover as much use cases as we can. And in fact, even if you have any doubt, like you are already working some tools, some programming languages, something. So there, if you feel, okay, if you want to know in this kind of job or in this kind of use case where the cloud can pitch in, or where I can brought in the cloud, so that you can clarify with me. So there I can guide you, okay, here where the cloud fits in, here how you can move it to the cloud, or for this particular kind of use cases of workflow, cloud is most suited. For this, cloud is not a good thing. I mean, cloud is not a best fit. So that we will keep discussing throughout the curriculum. Then we will see throughout the curriculum, we will focus about the major services provided by different vendors, what all services are there. So this is part of this chapter segment will be distributed throughout the curriculum. Then we will touch base a little bit about web engineering as well. We will see some of the core concepts, how actually enterprise application works, how it's dependent on some of the other core components, starting from the DNS to web servers, application servers, databases. In databases also, a lot of development has come up. Like nowadays, you might have heard NoSQL is gaining popularity. It's very popular. The way cloud is getting evolved, same way NoSQL databases are also getting evolved, and it's like it has opened a completely new area of development as well as the completely new segment of job it has opened up. So we will see how the NoSQL databases and cloud is related. Some terms which you might have heard of, some technology like, for example, Hadoop or Hive. So we will not go into depth into Hadoop or Hive, like how it works, but we will just touch upon like what exactly these Hadoop and for what kind of application you can start using Hadoop. And I will give you pointers like if you want to go and have an expertise on this, then from where you need to start and what you need to do. Then we have some case study on Google App Engine. So here we will see like basically if you want Google App Engines, so your enterprise to use Google App Engines instead of physically or on-site, on-premises, setting up all the things like email servers and all those stuff. So how we can quickly get started? This is very mostly suited for smaller, medium enterprises. I would not say medium enterprises, mostly small enterprises or startup companies. This is most suited. So we will touch upon this. I mean, we will have a detailed outlook of this. And then the most thing, whenever people heard about cloud, they try to relate it with Amazon Web Services. So again, Amazon is providing a lot of services under this one common term, umbrella, AWS. It starts from a simple renting you an IP address to renting you a full-fledged server, a database server, or full-fledged typical server machine, or in storage space. We will try to cover all those stuff. This is a fully hands-on session, so we will try to see how exactly we can start using all of it, and for what kind of application, how it's all working, how these all are interrelated to each other, and how these all can be integrated. So this will be looking into a great details. Then this is a case study which you can take it yourself. I will guide you like how you can create a simple web application and you can deploy it on cloud, and what all things you need to do to launch it globally. Like for example, your personal website, what all things are required if you want to create and host it on website. So mostly we will not be focusing in this course like the programming languages, tools and all those constructs. The basic what I assume is like the participants have a fair understanding of any of the programming languages. And even if they don't have, I can guide them throughout the hands-on, so how they can go through all these hands-on. But programming languages are not formally part of this course. Then we will see Google Compute Engine. Recently, a year back, Google have started their own cloud computing services. Earlier also it was there in the market, like in 2008 and 9 they launched Google App for Business. So that is also a form of cloud computing, but that's mostly related to software as a service. That's one aspect of cloud computing. We have others like platform as a service or infrastructure as a service. Those are most popular other ones. So we will see like why they have jumped into this space and what are their offerings. And in fact, now they are offering a great challenge to Amazon because their services are much more robust and they are offering very unique features, some of the features which even Amazon has not even able to deliver in spite of having 7-8 years of experience in this area. So we will look into those features, and since we have, by that time we will be having already covered Amazon Web Services in great details, so it will not be tough for you to quickly get started with Google Compute Engine as well. So if you see, there are more than 100 providers in the world who are providing different areas of cloud computing. So it's not possible to touch upon all of them. So what our thought over here is like we will use the most popular ones or the predominant players, and then we will have hands-on on it. And since you know one tool, one cloud provider services, then very easily you can relate it to others.
Satish, wait a minute. She
Yes?
might having some problem. Just a moment. She's offline actually, so